y'all to Nick at Nite. I am Nicole.
And my name is Nicole as well. Cheers to you.
Cheers. Pour it up with us as always. Thank you for joining.
Drink.
Right? We got a juicy, spicy episode for you guys this week. There's been
juicy and spicy.
And spicy like some crawfish.
Ooh, I like that. It's the season.
Tis the season. So yeah, there's a lot of things that have been going on in the media with these Kardashians.
Not just the Kardashians, but everybody. You know, the media has been crazy.
Correct.
2019 has been crazy. The media, publicity stunts, nothing new at all. As a matter of fact, we can prove to you, we're gonna prove to you that it's been around for a while. Because today, we got a special show for you. It is the Steve Harvey Show. We're doing season 1, episode 17.
Shizzle, my nizzle. What's up, Steve Hizzle?
Hey, what's up, Snoop?
Got my song, my nizzle.
We'll talk about it.
What's up, students?
So this is here, Mr. Snoop Dogg. I know y'all know who he is. Don't none of y'all know who Christopher Columbus is, but you could probably tell me when the next Snoop Dogg album gonna drop, huh?
I mean, you know, for shizzle. Steve. Oh, it's Sean Puffy Combs. They used to call me Puffy too, but then I became a coach and got all chisel. Steve, can I holler at you for a second? So, what you doing here with Sean Puffy Combs?
He interested in one of the high top songs. You know, everybody want one of the high songs.
Snoop interested in a high top song? You know they got that East Coast, West Coast beef?
Man, I ain't worried about all of that. Maybe the music can bring them together.
If you say so, Steve. You say he got it. Ooh, that's Snoop. Oh, shoot, I gotta tell Steve. Mr. Snoop Dogg, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm saying, yeah, I'm the coach.
Nice to meet you. I'm going to see Mr.
What, Mr. Dogg. See, it's not a good time. See, Steve is kind of busy at the moment, so it's not that.
Take him away. Thank you. So listen, I know y'all got this whole East Coast, West Coast thing. I'm gonna need y'all to squash all that if y'all want to use one of the high top songs.
Man, it's all love, my shizzle. We ain't got no beef.
Yeah, man, that's the homie. We've been friends for a long time. I hope you guys enjoyed that fire reenactment. And we saw some familiar faces, didn't we, in this episode?
Snoop Dogg and Puff Daddy.
That episode was all about, like, obviously Steve trying to mend the East Coast, West Coast rivalry via Snoop and P. Diddy. But then we come to find out on the show that they're not really rivals, that they're homies, and it's been all good. And so obviously furthering their celebridom, because we see it now still in the media, on social media, on television, everywhere we look where these celebrities are like beefing. Sometimes it's real, sometimes it's not. We can never really tell. And one thing that's super hot in the media right now, one beef that is going crazy, is like these Kardashians against Jordan. What's Jordan's last name? Jordan Woods, right?
Yeah. Just in general, it just seems like in order now for people to get on, it's like you have to have a gimmick, or you have to have that thing that puts your name out there. And so it's so crazy because right now, a lot of times we don't know what's real or what's fake. You'll hear something happening and you'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna just wait, because they may all be in on this. We're thinking everybody's a Christian during this generation. Because it's true, because nowadays it's things will happen to people. You'll get up in arms about it. You'll protest. You'll be upset. You know, you'll hear about it for a week straight. And the next thing you know,
we're on to the next
thing, right?
Because media is so instant now. Like, it's like we don't want to wait for anything. Like, everything is instantaneous. And so, like,
we need that instant gratification. We can't wait for anything.
What have been some of your favorite, like, celebrity beefs or, like, fake news stories that have, like, come out throughout the years?
You know, I don't have any. I don't have a favorite. I mean,
the most entertaining, maybe.
I know some that have like maybe stood out, but the reason why I don't have a favorite is because, and this gonna probably sound cliche, I'm really not with it. Like, I don't care. Like, come on, y'all can do something. Y'all can do something better than to toy with us. I feel like we're being toyed with our freaking government. I don't like being toyed with, and so for that reason, you know, I can't get with the fake beefs. What about you? I know you got some.
Yeah. So I think the most interesting, not even the most interesting, but the one that keeps sticking in my head, that's the most recent story or scandal or what have you, is all of the media surrounding Jesse and the situation that happened with him, and how like it went from immediately everyone is so concerned and supportive to like a lynch mob scenario. And so it's just like it happens so quickly, especially when you're thinking about celebridom. Like as quickly as they build you up, it's almost like they're waiting just as much to see you fall down from it as well. And that's the other side of it. It's just like here today, gone tomorrow. Like you can have fans now, and then at the drop of a hat.
The whole Jesse thing, even with that, we don't know all of the details. It's changing every day. One day he's guilty, one day he's not. We haven't heard from Chicago Police Department in about a week now. The FBI's gotten involved. We hadn't heard from Jesse anymore either. But even with something like that, in your mind, you're just like, if he did do this, why? I've heard people say the Jordan Woods and Chloe thing was
fake.
But you know, with the Kardashians, it's
you never know.
It is so. I think they are part of the reason why it's so hard.
Of course. And reality TV has obviously shown to play a huge part in that. Like that's just kind of changed the game and how we understand what celebridom is. Because post or pre-reality TV, celebrities and how we perceive them was a little bit different. Even like how paparazzi would come at them is not the same. Like now it is a complete media frenzy anytime any one of them do anything out of pocket.
What would you do? What's your ideal publicity stunt for you? Let's say you had an opportunity to be famous, right? But you had to put on the perfect publicity stunt. What would that be?
Oh my God.
What wouldn't you do then?
What wouldn't I do? I wouldn't do a sex tape. I don't know. I will tell you this one, like, I guess, like, celebrity fantasy that I have as far as, like, a publicity stunt. And it's, like, super minor, anything crazy. But, like, I've always imagined, like, my first, like, Met Gala. Like, I want to arrive in, like, a Mardi Gras float. Like with like a full like court on the float, like throwing beads, and we're gonna go down the red carpet with the band, and we're like throwing like.
So what if you were on this float and you threw a bead at Taraji's head, and then you made a knot go on Taraji's head, and now you're all up in the media.
Girl.
New Orleans actress Nicole Levitz throws beads intentionally at Taraji P. Henson in a Mardi Gras Met performance. And now, like, your name's all in the media. Right. Having beef with Taraji, and then Taraji's like, I'm going to throw a bead back at her head. And then now your name is just out there, and your followers have just risen up to the top. How would you do that? How would you flip that? How would you make that you?
You know what? How would I make that me? Man, that's a hard question. I got to get a team on deck. Okay. I mean, everybody needs a team. Everybody got to get that.
Listen, everybody get PR.
PR. On deck. Understand?
Yeah. But you know what? You be authentically you. If you want the lights, cameras, and action, you ain't gotta do all the PR stuff.
No.
You know, or a little might not hurt.
No, a little PR isn't bad. You know what they say?
Gonna hurt you, right?
Not anymore. Thanks to the $1 billion industry that is, you know, the Kardashian clan now.
Right. So, look, as long as you're happy with what you're doing.
Hello.
That's what matters. You gotta think about the legacy that you want to build. You have to think about the career that you want to have. You gotta think about the people that's watching you and how you feel about how they watch you. If that matters to you, cool. Make your pros and cons. If it doesn't matter to you, do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do. It's your life. You only got one.
Yep. And if Insta famous is what you seek,
I have no issue with it.
Get your life.
Just don't take our acting jobs.
Right.
That's it. It's the famous.